Hi, my name is Giselle Morao, taking up Medical Office Assistant in Bow Valley College. Today I will be demonstrating the sanitization and sterilization process. Before starting, make sure to do a proper hand washing. Now that we're finished with hand washing, now we go to donning. Don't forget to do hand hygiene first before donning. After that, make sure that your hands are dry and make sure that your hair is secure. The items that we need for donning are gown, mask, pair of goggles, and a pair of gloves. These items protect us from dirt and splashes while washing contaminated instruments. The first PPE that we need to put on is the gown. When wearing your gown, make sure that it fits you well so as to maximize the protection against contamination. And make sure that the straps are tied securely on the back and on your waist. The next part of donning is wearing the mask. Make sure that you hold the mask on the loop and pinch your nose and cover your chin. This will make sure that your nose and mouth will be protected. Next step is the goggles. The last PPE to wear are the gloves. Make sure that your gloves are not loose so as to make sure that contaminated water will not get in. Now that we're finished with donning, we can now start sanitization process. In a designated sanitization area, prepare the instruments that will be washed. For this video, we have a needle holder, a tooth forceps, and lastly, the Mayo scissors. All three are critical instruments since they are used inside a patient's body or on broken skin. Since most of the instruments are sharp, we should avoid accidental punctures and slices by wearing utility gloves. Now, we can start rinsing our instruments in cold water. We cannot use hot water because hot water hardens organic matter that might still be on the instruments. Using a disposable brush and detergent, clean each instrument thoroughly. Brush the hinges, the serrations, the ratchet, and don't forget the ring handles. For scissors, make sure that you open it as wide as you can. This way, you can brush all the crevices of the scissors. After thoroughly brushing, set aside the brushed instruments from the soiled ones. After brushing all the instruments, you can throw away the disposable brush. Now let's get ready to rinse the washed instruments. Rinse the instruments in hot water.
So then, why?
After thoroughly rinsing, you can now set it on the side to dry. Set the sanitized instruments on a paper towel. It is important to completely dry the instruments so as to not dilute the disinfecting solution. And we can make sure by using a paper towel. Be careful not to touch the paper dispenser so that you won't contaminate it. After the sanitation process, And before the disinfection process, make sure to decontaminate your work area. Now we can start doffing. The first thing we have to remove is our gloves, since it is the most contaminated PPE. Make sure to remove your first glove by pinching the middle of the palm and ball it up on the second glove. Then you can use your ungloved hand to go inside the second glove and turn it over on itself. Make sure that you throw the gloves in a biohazard waste. The next step is taking off your goggles. Make sure to not touch the front since it is the most contaminated area. The next PPE to remove is the gown. Make sure that you don't touch any part of the gown and just handle it on the back. First, pinch behind your shoulder to get the string closer to you. Pull the string to untie the back of your neck. Next is the string on your waist. Be sure to not touch any part of the gown since it is contaminated. Now you can freely take off your gown by inserting your arm inside the uncontaminated part of the gown and pulling it off the sleeves. Make sure that the outer side of the gown is away from you and ball it up with the outer side in the center. Now you can dispose it in a biohazard waste bin. The last thing to remove is the mask, and you can remove it outside. Only touch the loop and be careful not to touch the front of the mask since it's contaminated. Also dispose of masks in a biohazard waste bin. After doffing, we will hand wash again. Prepare the dried instruments to be disinfected and also make sure to wear gloves. Today's video, we're gonna use Sidex, which is appropriate for our materials. Make sure that you read the instructions and cautions on the back first. Now pour enough Sidex on a tray to submerge all the materials. Before putting the instruments into the solution, make sure to inspect each for rust and defects. As an example, this needle holder looks to be rusted. You can set this aside for repair or for replacement. Make sure that all the instruments are submerged in the solution. Our next step is to securely cover our disinfection tray. According to Sidex instructions, we will be leaving our instruments in the solution for 12 minutes. So we have to label it with our name, the date, and the time the solution was submerged. After 12 minutes, now we can rinse our instruments. Make sure to pour out the used solution. After disinfecting, make sure to wash it with potable or distilled water. Repeat this 2 more times, at least 1 minute each instrument. After rinsing, you can set it on the side to air dry. After the disinfection process, decontaminate your work area 1 more time. After which, you can remove your gloves the same way you'd remove it when you doff and dispose it in a biohazard waste bin.
Usually it's something that moves.
Now that we're finished with disinfection, I will show you a quick wrap demonstration for sterilization in an autoclave. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching.